Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, the final episode before Clash of Champions. And we are kicking things off to find out the #1 contenders for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It is Raw versus SmackDown. It is the IIconics from Monday Night Raw taking on Asuka and Kairi Sane from SmackDown. But before we get started with anything on this episode, make sure to give us a big subscribe, a huge like. Make sure you are ready for Clash of Champions, which will be coming up ASAP. It is not going to be long until it is up on the channel and you don't want to miss it, as well as our podcast, our review of Revolution coming up. Make sure you're subscribed, you don't want to miss any of it. Wait a second though. Asuka making her entrance, but the IIconics looking to take an early advantage here, attacking Asuka before she can get to the ring. Kairi Sane having to run down from the back. But Billie Kay right now taking it to Asuka, big suplex on the ramp. I was about to call it the apron. It's not the apron, it's the ramp. Kairi Sane certainly taking her time getting down here, it seems like. Well, Billie Kay beating on Asuka right now. Oh, and there she is, drop kick to the back, catching her by surprise. Now Asuka looking to get some revenge on Billie. Getting her back getting it into the ring, and let's start this match. The bell finally getting started. Bell ringing, and let's get this action underway. Of course, we do have a former SmackDown Women's Champion in this match in Kairi Sane. That's probably going to be where you expect things to go. You might expect the SmackDown team to win here. They have probably had more success, Asuka and Kairi Sane, but you can't really look past the IIconics. They have been a team forever. These two know each other inside and out, whereas Asuka and Kairi Sane, they know each other well. I wouldn't go as far as to say that they know each other inside and out. But Asuka now looking to try and get herself back into this after the IIconics took the cheap shot on Asuka at the beginning of the match. Looking to get that tag into Kairi Sane, and there you go, tagging into Kairi. Very smart idea from Asuka after those brutal attacks from Billie Kay to start things off. Now the former SmackDown Women's Champion, Kairi Sane, looking to cause some damage to Billie Kay right now. Going on to the pass, looking for that insane elbow. Now turning around instead, going for a big old moonsault, but Billie Kay managing to get her knees up, preventing the moonsault from Kairi Sane. Of course, whoever wins this match will have to go on to face Dakota Kai and Nia Jax at Clash of Champions, and it's going to be interesting to see. Those two have been very dominant as a tag team. As singles, they've lost some matches, but as a tag team, no one has been able to get them at all. They have won every single one of their matches as a tag team. And I don't see that ending any time soon, especially now they have those tag team championships around their waists. They ain't going to want to lose a single thing. And now Kairi Sane going for that moonsault once again, but again, Billie Kay getting her knees up. Kairi perhaps should learn her lesson, not go for the same move the same time again. Billie Kay using this now to get the advantage, trying to get Kairi Sane down. And Billie Kay actually, changing her mind, don't go for the pin. Very clever idea there. She's taking a lot of damage. Peyton Royce, the fresh woman in this match now, but caught immediately by chops and punches from Kairi Sane. But Billie Kay now just taking herself back in. You got to protect your friend. You got to keep things a bit of a surprise, I guess, for the other team. Quick tags, constant tags are always a good thing. It's going to keep the other team off their guard. And targeting on one person, definitely a lot easier than targeting on two. Make it a 2-on-1 handicap match, essentially. It is a lot easier. Kairi Sane, though, running around the outside to get back to Asuka. Is she going to get that tag? Yes, she does. Asuka back in the ring now. Asuka and Billie Kay back where we started this match originally, with Billie Kay attacking Asuka on the ramp. But later on tonight, of course, we will see in our main event, we will be seeing Jeff Hardy taking on the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. And this is all after the Fiend has transformed Matt Hardy into this fiendish version of Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy has had enough of the Fiend's antics. The Fiend's even got Matt Hardy involved in kidnapping, taking. I don't know what they've done with him. whatever they've done to AJ Styles. He also had the Matt Hardy involved in that, and Jeff and Matt are the tag team champions. They need to be able to get along in this one. Right, so dropping the splits onto Asuka. 1, 2. Oh, Asuka just managing to kick out of that. Billie Kay, unbelievable. She cannot believe that Asuka managed to kick out of that split drop there from Billie Kay. But as I was saying, Jeff Hardy wants to end this, whatever's going on with the Fiend. He's finished with it. He wants it all over and done with. And hopefully Jeff Hardy can be the man to beat the Fiend and end his reign of terror here on Monday Night Raw. Huge spear from Kairi Sane right there. Billie Kay looking to get the tag over to Peyton, but Kairi Sane not allowing it to happen. Billie desperately needs that tag right now. Peyton's only been in for about 2 moves, and that's it. Oh, over the top she goes. We will also tonight we will be seeing Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will be coming down to the ring and cutting a promo about what is going on with him, Kevin Owens, and the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre, before going into their WWE Championship match at Clash of Champions. A triple threat between all 3 of those men. The former champion Sami Zayn, the man who cashed in on him Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens, the man who has been a thorn in Sami Zayn's side ever since he betrayed him just before SummerSlam. Well, Sami's going to have some words to say, I'm sure, to Drew, but I imagine it's mainly to Kevin. Those two have not been able to stop this feud. Of course, last week it looked like potentially it was all going to be over between them. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens put out the hand for a handshake, and well, Sami put out the hand for the handshake. Kevin was going to take it, and no. Instead, he kicked him low, and things still continue between these two. It's never going to be over between these guys. It looks like, wait a second, Asuka lock locked in onto Peyton Royce right now. Is Peyton going to be forced to tap out right now? By Peyton managing to get out of it. Just managing to get out of a big elbow to the face of Asuka, taking her out of that Asuka lock. And now Peyton was looking for the tag, but instead managed to knock the referee down by accident. Asuka now running over to the corner, needing that tag to Kairi Sane, but instead being grabbed by Peyton, being taken off kilter. Wait a second, what is she looking to do here? Looking to, just dropping Asuka onto that top rope, and Kairi Sane trying to grab Peyton Royce from behind, and oh my goodness, the big kick to the face of Asuka. That swinging kick over to Asuka's face. And wait a second, what is Peyton looking to do here? Peyton going for the pinfall, just taking her over to the corner, close to where Billie Kay is, and Asuka just kicking out 2.9 there for Asuka. Oh, Peyton getting distracted for some, getting confused. Asuka using the opportunity to get a big reversal onto Peyton Royce. And what is Asuka looking to go for there? Goading too much before going for her big move, allowing Peyton Royce to get the better of her and suplex her over the top. Now Peyton, a big boot to the face of Asuka. We will also be finding out our #1 contender for Aleister Black's United States Championship. It will be a triple threat between Robert Roode, Apollo Crews, and the man who called out Aleister Black last week, Sheamus. Whoever wins that match will be moving forward to Clash of Champions to take on the undefeatable Aleister Black. And wait a second, Asuka calling Peyton up to her feet. This has got to be the end for Peyton. Over Asuka goes, looking for that arm bar, that arm lock. Is Peyton going to tap? Billie Kay though managing to get in the ring, preventing Peyton from tapping out. Asuka knocking Billie off the side. Now Peyton taking advantage. And what is Peyton thinking here? Over she goes, looking for a 3 amigos it looks like. And there is #3 into a bridging suplex. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? The IIconics have managed to defeat Asuka and Kairi Sane, and they're going to be going forward to face for those WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Unbelievable there. Peyton managing to catch Asuka off guard, and Kairi wasn't ready for it. Kairi was not there in time to break up this pinfall. Surprising stuff. I thought Asuka and Kairi were definitely the favourites going into this one, but the IIconics somehow managed to do it, and maybe they can get the big upset, a Clash of Champions as well, and manage to defeat Dakota Kai and Nia Jax for those women's tag team championship. Well, that certainly would be an upset, but I am excited to see that match after what the IIconics did here tonight against Asuka and Kairi Sane. My goodness indeed. But now we move on to our next contest of the night, to more women's action. We are seeing Natalya here in action, and she is going to be going up against the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Of course, we know who that woman is. That woman is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has been on a run as of late. She beat Charlotte. She took out Becky Lynch. She is looking to get that golden hit and taking the advantage as Rhea Ripley, not even waiting for her entrance, jumping Natalya before the bell even rings. Natalya still in her full get-up, her full entrance gear, not being allowed to do anything by Rhea Ripley. Rhea taking her down with a huge clothesline, then ended up power bombing her to absolutely nothing, just taking it to Natalya, not letting her get anything in this one. Kept on pounding down, getting her rage and anger out is Rhea Ripley, showing what she's going to do to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch's music hit. Becky Lynch tried to cause a distraction for Rhea Ripley, well, for Natalya, to try and prevent Rhea Ripley from being able to destroy Natalya. Natalya took the advantage of this and ended up, look at what she did here. This was a brutal move from Natalya, dropping Rhea head first onto the hardest part of the ring, that apron. Oh, it's brutal. Look at that replay there. Brutal attack from Natalya, and it looked like it was all over. Natalya was going to upset the #1 contender to the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley, with the sharpshooter. She had it locked in, but Rhea just managed to get out of it. Somehow she still had the strength to power out of that submission from Natalya, the sharpshooter, and then straight away she got her up for the Riptide. And you know what that means. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley standing tall tonight, and Rhea Ripley will be taking on Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, at Clash of Champions. It is going to be very interesting how this one goes. Of course, last time Rhea Ripley came up short, but this time it's a very different Rhea Ripley. And now we will be finding out the #1 contender for that United States Championship. Starting things off with the glorious one, Robert Roode. Of course, a former one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, in Gloriously Strong with Roderick Strong. And I know those two are still teaming up together, but they are also interested in singles opportunities here in Universe Mode. They're always going to support each other, but singles gold is a very important thing in Universe Mode, and Roode does have a good record here in Universe Mode. We also see here Apollo Crews, a man looking to guess. He just needs one big win. That's all Apollo needs, and he is going to be someone here in Universe Mode. He is on the edge of glory here. I really would not be surprised to see him with the championship before WrestleMania. Honestly, I think the smart money, perhaps, you put the money on Apollo for the Royal Rumble. I really wouldn't be surprised to see it happen, but this man here, Sheamus, who had his eyes on Aleister Black, has his eyes on that United States Championship, sending a message to Aleister saying he was going to kick his head off. Very simple message from Sheamus to Aleister Black, but Sheamus will have to win this match here tonight if he wants to get in the position to face off with Black for that United States Championship, and I would not expect it in this one. It's a triple threat match. Sheamus doesn't have to be involved in any kind of pinfalls in this. Apollo Crews, a dangerous superstar. Robert Roode, a superstar looking. All of these superstars desperate for a big win. They just need this win, and it's going to get them some real places in Universe Mode. They need this opportunity. They are desperate for this opportunity. Apollo Crews now working on Robert Roode right now. Got him up on his shoulders. And, oh, a fireman's carry there. Very nice. But Sheamus then taking advantage of the carcass of Apollo Crews left there for a second. Sheamus now kicking down and Apollo just taking advantage of the man who was distracted. It's a very smart strategy in the triple threat match. You wait there, wait until someone else is busy with another competitor, and then you go take the jump, or you do what Sheamus just did there. Get rid of the other one, make it a one-on-one match. Toss the other superstar out of the ring and spend some time working over the other. It's definitely a smart idea, and Sheamus really taking it to Robert Roode right now. Sheamus clearly wants that opportunity at gold. United States Championship. I don't even think it's about that US side. I think he wants to just knock Aleister Black off of his pedestal, I believe, is what Sheamus wants to do. And I'm sure the United States Championship would be a lovely little bit of bonus gold for Sheamus. But you can't blame him. Trying to beat that undefeated man on Raw. Wait a second, Roode. Roode with the roll up on Apollo Crews. Sheamus though managing to get back in the ring to break out that roll up. Sheamus now going back after Apollo Crews, and Roode doing the smart thing, waiting in the corner for a second, waiting to try and jump on either one of these men. But Sheamus saw it coming, headbutt to Roode, but Roode manages to knock Sheamus over those top ropes, and now Roode has the opportunity with Apollo Crews in the middle of the ring. But Sheamus back in super quickly after being thrown over the top. Roode and Sheamus going at it right now while Apollo is groggy, and Roode throws him out once again, using Sheamus' own momentum against him to throw him over that top rope. Apollo managing to get a reversal there. Roode had him up, but Apollo getting his knee up to hit Roode in the face, and a big German suplex there onto Robert Roode from Apollo Crews. Sheamus back in the ring, watching on the action going on. Oh, very nice move there from Apollo Crews. But Sheamus was waiting behind Apollo, turn around straight into that clothesline from Sheamus, while Roode rolls out of the ring, needing to recover for a second. And now Sheamus working over the neck of Apollo. Oh, dropping the knee on the throat of Apollo, trying to prevent him from being able to breathe properly. Trying to make sure that the air is not within Apollo Crews. Wind him, prevent him from being able to breathe properly. It's really going to help you. Wait a second, Irish Curse, backbreakers. Multiple backbreakers onto Apollo right now. Oh my goodness. Roode getting Sheamus up to his feet. And now throwing Roode down. Oh, Roode, they're getting the reversal, managing to get hit to the chest of Sheamus. But Sheamus catching Roode, clapping to the ears. Trying to disorient the Glorious One. Now throwing him into the corner and picking up Crews. What is Sheamus thinking of right here? Throwing him into the corner as well. Wait a second. Come on, Sheamus. Sheamus using Crews, throwing him into Robert Roode. Almost tag team offense here. But both men rolling out of the ring smartly, getting out of there, not wanting to deal with this dominant Sheamus right now. This is a different Sheamus from before. And Roode, he ran in the ring, caught by the bro kick. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus is moving on to Clash of Champions to face off against Aleister Black for that United States Championship. My goodness, Apollo Crews was still on the outside after that big double move that Sheamus hit, throwing Crews into Roode. Both of the men rolled outside, and Sheamus was waiting for his prey to come in. In came Robert Roode, bro kick to the face. Apollo Crews not able to get to his feet fast enough. And Sheamus has done it. He is the #1 contender for that United States Championship, and it is going to be kick versus kick, bro kick versus Black Mass at Clash of Champions. Can Sheamus be the man to take away that gold from Aleister Black and defeat him for the first time on Monday Night Raw? We are going to have to wait and see, but the tear that he's been on, I wouldn't be surprised. But we have to hear from this man here. The man is going to be facing for the WWE Championship, the former champion, Sami Zayn. He had some words tonight about his championship match, but before Sami can even say anything, of course, out comes Kevin Owens. And he is flanked by his newly paid security team, AOP, flanking Kevin Owens. He makes his way down here to hear what Sami has to say, and this is ridiculous. Sami Zayn just wanted to come out and say something. Kevin Owens just can't leave him alone. Sami calling Kevin into the ring right now, telling Kevin to leave. Wait a second, Kevin Owens, stunner to Sami Zayn. And now Kevin picking him up. What is Kevin thinking of doing here? Throwing Sami into the corner, calling in his security team. AOP, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, AOP taking down Sami Zayn. And Kevin Owens celebrating over Sami Zayn. And wait a second, what is Kevin doing? What is Kevin doing right now? Come on, Kevin. This is not okay. Kevin, get in the chair. Wait a second. No. Oh, to the leg of Sami Zayn. Trying to break the leg of Sami. Wait a second. Oh my goodness. His leg has got to be broken. Sami in pain in the middle of the ring, rolling around, and referee checking on him. Is it okay? Is he okay right now? Sorry, not the X. He has to get a medical team down here to help Sami Zayn, help escort him to the back. My goodness, well, Sami Zayn potentially with a broken leg right now after that brutal attack from Kevin Owens and AOP. We're supposed to be in the championship match this Sunday. We'll have an update for you later tonight on what's going on with Sami Zayn. But back to some tag team action here tonight. We have a return here. Tony Nese making his way back to Universe Mode after being absolutely destroyed by Baron Corbin back in the day. Shane Thorne couldn't get that first big win, and he's decided, I need a tag partner. And that man is Tony Nese. Shane Thorne and Tony Nese looking to take over the tag team division here on Raw. But we also have another brand new team here in Raw. It is Hype Air. Mojo Rawley, Mark Andrews looking to bring the fun, looking to bring the party to Monday Night Raw. They want everyone up on their feet, dancing along, have a rave in the audience. That's what they want right now, these boys. Well, they are definitely going to be a lot of fun. But you look at that size difference between the two of them. Mojo Rawley, a massive man, and Mark Andrews, a lot smaller. It's going to be very interesting how these guys work together as a tag team. But which of these two tag teams is going to be able to pick up the big victory here tonight? Two brand new tag teams here in Universe Mode. Who will pick up the win? Well, Mark Andrews and Mojo Rawley showing off some of their tag team offense in this one earlier on. A big knee from Mojo, and then Zaguri from Mark Andrews into a big bridging suplex. Another huge tag team move. In the early odds, this was all Mojo and Mark Andrews. Big splash, and then he chucks him into Mojo for the huge clothesline, taking down Shane Thorne. And my goodness, it was all Mojo and all Mark Andrews in the beginning. The huge splash and leg drop combination. But Shane Thorne managed to stay in this. Tony Nese managed to get in this match eventually and managed to try and show his strength, lifting up Mojo Rawley like that, like he is nothing. But it all came down to this. Mark Andrews managed to catch Shane Thorne eventually with that. I have no idea how to describe it. That around the world into a stunner. And that was it. 1, 2, 3. Tony Nese just not there in time. It was a very competitive tag team match. But the party is here to stay on Monday Night Raw. Hype Air is looking very, very good so far on Monday Night Raw. But you can't look past Nese and Thorne. Two big new tag teams on the block here on Monday Night Raw, looking to make an impact. And now on to our main event, but before that we have an update. Sami Zayn is not medically cleared. He has a broken leg, so on Clash of Champions it is going to be Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn is no longer able to compete in that match. Kevin Owens has managed to destroy Sami Zayn's leg. We do not know how long he's going to be out for, but I can tell you his leg, it appears like it's broken at the time being. But Kevin Owens will get his one-on-one opportunity against Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions. No Sami Zayn. But now for our main event here tonight, one half of the tag team champions, Jeff Hardy, looking to end the reign of terror of the Fiend. Of course, the Fiend, he has been a terrifying person to have here on Monday Night Raw. He destroyed Finn Balor, destroyed the Demon. He's kidnapped AJ Styles. We don't know what's going on with that right now. And of course, he transformed Matt Hardy into this fiendish new Matt Hardy that we've seen recently. And Jeff and Matt are the tag team champions, and Jeff wants his brother back. He wants him back to how he was, and he's looking to achieve that tonight by beating the Fiend. But at Clash of Champions, of course, the tag championships have to be defended. All the championship belts have to be defended at Clash of Champions. So the Hardy Boys will be defending their championships against the club. Of course, AJ Styles is good friends, and they just want to know what has happened to AJ Styles. We saw a glimpse of him in the last Raw. We saw that look of AJ Styles in the Fiend's message. Some strange looks from AJ and the Fiend across the room. We don't know what's going on there. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully we'll find out some more from the Fiend at some point, but for now we've got to focus on this. What's ahead of us here tonight? The Fiend staring at Jeff Hardy right now. And this is going to be an interesting one. And let's get things started. Interesting to see no Matt Hardy out here tonight. Matt Hardy staying, I was going to say in the backstage area. I have no idea where Matt Hardy's staying. Probably in the Fiend's weird little lair that he has. Jeff Hardy managing to get in some moves to start with, but I don't know whether the Fiend let him. The Fiend was kind of posing to Jeff Hardy there. I apologise. Kind of goading him to come and attack him, it looked like. And now Jeff trying to take advantage with the Fiend. Knocking to the back, and once again goading to Jeff Hardy to keep on trying to attack him. What is the Fiend thinking here? He seems to be wanting Jeff Hardy to attack him right now. Letting Jeff Hardy time. This is like the most offense we've seen done on the Fiend. And again, he shouts out to Hardy to attack him, and Hardy taking him up on it. He's no fool. He's taking the opportunity here, taking the opportunity to try and attack the Fiend. Now the Fiend walking away from Jeff, trying to once again goad Jeff to bring him in. Catching the leg of Hardy, and a big clothesline there from the Fiend. The first real offense we've seen in this one. But once again, he's not taking the opportunity to attack. He is calling down to Jeff, but the Fiend, something seems to have changed in his mind, and now he's attacking. Something changed. He listened to what was going on in his head, and it's all changed now. Now he's going for the attack on Jeff Hardy. That huge crossbody, and then throwing him into the pole on the outside. Jeff Hardy should have taken the advantage while he had it, it looked like. The Fiend, I have no idea what goes on inside of this man's mind. I say this man's mind, he's not even. He's just a creature, isn't he? He's terrifying. Jeff Hardy managing to get that drop kick to the Fiend. And he's taking too long. He shouldn't be taking. He should not be celebrating right now. Just because he's managed to get a couple of its offense in on the Fiend, it does not mean everything. The Fiend taking over Jeff Hardy there, taking him over the top and slamming him down. And now throwing Jeff back in the ring. The Fiend gets back in there. And I would not want to be in this position if I was Jeff. And wait a second. Jeff managing to get over the top. I think the Fiend maybe would have been looking for Sister Abigail there. But Jeff Hardy managed to avoid it. Managed to get over the top of the Fiend. Managing to reverse. And now Jeff getting up to the top. Perhaps looking for that Swanton bomb. Is he going to be able to hit it? Yes, he does. Is he going to be able to do it? Is that going to be enough to put away the Fiend? One. Oh my goodness, only a 1 count from a Swanton bomb. Unbelievable. I don't even understand what is going on with this Fiend. Jeff Hardy trying to hit that twist of fate, and then caught into the Sister Abigail just there. The Fiend staring down at the body left on the mat. And once again calling to Hardy, telling him it's over, to join him, and then locking in the mandible claw to Hardy. And well, that should be it, but the Fiend not wanting to go for the pinfall. He does not want to go for the pinfall on the unconscious Jeff in the middle of the ring. Bray freaking out in the corner. Something is going on here. Clearly the Fiend is struggling with something here in this one. Deciding to keep on attacking Jeff Hardy. Past what was necessary. The Fiend had won this match. No one gets out of that mandible claw. Jeff was clearly out cold. But the Fiend couldn't do it for some reason. The Fiend lost it for a second. Allowed Jeff Hardy to get back to some advantage. Throw the Fiend out of the ring. But whether that's enough is another question. Jeff Hardy trying to get away from the Fiend a little bit, but the Fiend able to catch him, throw him over for that big suplex. And wait a second. The Fiend, what is he thinking here? On his hands, like a crab, crawling over to Jeff Hardy right now, just staring at him. It's a terrifying image. And up he gets, he's got him. Got him in that sister, Abigail. And once again picking him up for that finish. Wait a second, delete. He threw in a delete in there. Threw in a delete, of course, from Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy's brother, and now the mandible claw. Jeff is out. 1, 2, 3. The Fiend picking up the victory over Jeff Hardy here tonight. Jeff could not defeat the Fiend. He could not free his brother. Of course, what this means for Jeff, who knows? When we saw Matt Hardy lose to the Fiend, we saw what happened when he came back. Is it going to be the same for Jeff Hardy? I guess we'll find out at Clash of Champions, all I can say. Because they have to defend their championships at Clash Champions, but what Jeff Hardy's going to be like when he gets there, I do not know. For the Fiend, continuing his reign of terror here on Monday Night Raw. And AJ Styles, the man who is appeared to have kidnapped him, made him disappear. I don't know entirely, but he has AJ Styles in his lair. And what that means, we don't know. We have to wait and find out. But my goodness, the Fiend, absolutely terrifying man. And we go to black. Wait a second, Matt Hardy. And what is going on here? I think the club tried to jump the Fiend when the darkness hit, but as soon as the darkness hit, the Fiend swapped out with Matt Hardy. And wait a second, the Good Brothers getting him up for that magic killer to Matt Hardy. Sending a message of the club, sending a message to Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, the Fiend, wanting AJ Styles back. My goodness, well, one more episode of SmackDown, then we are going to be at Clash of Champions. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to make sure you catch up to see what is going on with Clash of Champions. Give us a big like. And wait a second, they're laughing. The Fiend, is he back? Is he back? Is the Fiend back? Oh my goodness. Wait a second, what is AJ? I think I'm seeing things. The Fiend, AJ Styles, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm seeing things here. The Fiend and AJ Styles. What is going on here? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.